All right, guys, thanks for tuning in again. Today, we're going to talk about 5 things you need to know before you buy a watch. Hold tight. All right, guys, welcome back. Today, we're talking about the 5 things you need to know before you go buy a watch. First and foremost for me is the price and the resale value. What I typically do if I see a watch that I'm interested in is I'll immediately go to eBay completed auctions, search and see what these are selling for on the used market. That gives me a good idea of what I can get back out of the watch if I choose to get rid of it. So the price and resale value to me is number 1. Number 2, the movement type. Are you going to be looking at a automatic movement? Or are you going to be looking at a quartz movement? So narrow down that. Quartz or automatic while you're doing your watch search. Next, how are you going to wear it? Are you going to wear it as a diver watch, a sport watch, dress watch? What is your daily activity going to be with the watch? That's really important. You don't want to buy a dress watch and then you're out doing hiking and beating it up. So how are you going to wear it every day is a good question to ask yourself. The case size and lug-to-lug dimensions are also really important. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people buying watches that have too long of lug-to-lug dimensions, but they thought that they were getting the right case size. So you can see some watches with a 38 millimeter case size, but the lug-to-lug length do not fit your wrist well. And unfortunately, a lot of manufacturers don't post this information on their data sheets. So you usually have to resort to a review or looking at some online pictures to try to make a good decision on the case lug-to-lug dimensions and if they're going to work for your wrist. So you can see case diameters from 36 millimeter to 44 millimeter. You can see lug-to-lug from 43 to 49. So check on that information first before you make a decision. Is the case diameter, but more importantly, lug-to-lug dimensions. Then the band type. Are you going to look at a bracelet or a strap? Bracelets can be specific to the watch. And a lot of times when you go to sell the watch, the person that's buying it's probably going to want the original bracelet that came with it. Bracelets can get damaged, scratched up, and often do need to be polished or refurbished. If I was to go to sell this Rolex and this bracelet was damaged, it would bring down the value considerably. But this glycine, buying a new strap, $50 or $60 isn't a big deal. So bracelets do require a little more maintenance and upkeep, but they're also nicer to wear. And then you have the sizing issue with sizing bracelets. So what are you looking at? Are you looking for a bracelet or would you rather have a strap option? So those are the 5 things that I think are really important. Of course, there's a lot more when you're looking at buying a watch, but I think these are the criteria you need to consider before you step out searching for a watch. And whether it's for you or for someone in your family, these are the top 5 things you need to start with. You can get into color and a lot of other things. And please leave them in the comments below. If y'all have any other thoughts on what you think the top thing is that people should consider before they go buy a watch, just leave them in the comments below. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks.